The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Jakara of the Vryn Dominion stood before the assembled representatives of 10,000 civilizations. Her crystalline exoskeleton reflected the cold light of 100 suns streaming through the viewport, and her voice carried the weight of absolute certainty. "The humans have refused our ultimatum," she announced, her mandibles clicking in what her species considered amusement. "They will not surrender their colony on Kepler 442b. They will not pay reparations for entering what we have claimed as Vryn space. And they have the audacity to suggest we negotiate." A ripple of shock moved through the chamber. The Vryn Dominion had never been refused. In 3,000 years of galactic expansion, they had conquered 47 star systems, absorbed 23 civilizations, and earned a reputation that made entire sectors go silent at the mention of their name. "What did the humans say exactly?" asked Counselor Mektos, a blob-like creature whose species had survived Vryn aggression only by immediate and total capitulation. Jakara's translator crackled with something that might have been laughter. Their ambassador, a female named Chen, said, and I quote, "We're not going anywhere." "Come and make us," the council erupted. Some species vocalized their concern through subsonic vibrations. Others released pheromones of distress that made the environmental systems work overtime. The few warrior races present leaned forward with interest. "Do they not know who you are?" Mektos asked, his gelatinous form quivering. "Do they not understand what the Vryn have done to those who resist?" "Apparently," Jakara said, "they do not care." 3 weeks later, the Vryn war fleet arrived at Kepler 442b. 200 vessels, each one a masterpiece of destructive engineering, dropped out of faster-than-light travel in perfect formation. Admiral Jaketh watched the small human colony on his tactical display with the satisfaction of a predator. "Cornering wounded prey. Scan for defensive installations," he ordered. "Admiral," his tactical officer reported, confusion evident in her tone. "They have none. No orbital defense platforms, no weapon satellites, no shield generators." Jaketh's mandibles spread in triumph. "Then this will be over quickly. Open a channel. Let them hear their doom before it arrives." The view screen flickered to life, showing Ambassador Chen sitting calmly in what appeared to be a simple office. She was drinking something from a ceramic cup and seemed utterly unbothered by the armada now surrounding her planet. "Ambassador," Jaketh said, "you see our fleet. You have no defenses. Surrender now, and we will make your evacuation painless." Chen took another sip of her drink. "No, then you will die. All of you. Your colony will be reduced to ash within the hour." "Maybe," Chen acknowledged. "But before you do that, I should probably mention something. You know how humans are new to the galactic community, how we've only been spacefaring for a few decades." Jaketh's claws tightened on his command chair. Something in her tone disturbed him. "There's a reason we seem so unprepared," Chen continued. "We spent those decades doing something else, something you might find interesting." "Enough games, human. What?" "We found Earth's coordinates in your database 3 months ago. Your homeworld, nice planet, 7 continents, 2 moons, population of 43 billion Vryn." The blood drained from Jaketh's face, if such a thing could be said of a creature with blue hemolymph. "You wouldn't dare." "Oh, we absolutely would," Chen said cheerfully. "See, humans have this saying, 'Don't start none, won't be none.' You started some. So here's what happens next. You fire on this colony, and exactly 37 seconds later, the kinetic impactors we positioned around your homeworld 3 weeks ago turn your planet into an asteroid field." "You're bluffing. Our detection systems would have—" Chen pressed a button on her desk. The tactical display behind Jaketh suddenly showed 17 objects in orbit around the Vryn homeworld, each one the size of a small moon, each one moving at relativistic speeds, held in check by automated guidance systems awaiting a single signal. "How?" Jaketh whispered. "How did you move them into position without us detecting them?" "Funny thing about being underestimated," Chen said. "People don't watch you as carefully as they should. We're good at 3 things, Admiral. Adapting, being petty, and mutually assured destruction. We invented nuclear weapons and pointed them at ourselves for 70 years before we even left our solar system. You think we won't use them on someone who actually threatens us?" Jaketh looked at his officers. Every one of them wore the same expression of horror. The Vryn had conquered through fear and overwhelming force. They had never encountered an opponent willing to embrace mutual annihilation. "You're insane," Jaketh said finally. "No, Chen corrected. We're committed. There's a difference. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to turn your fleet around. You're going to go back to the Galactic Council. And you're going to tell them that Kepler 442b is human territory. Forever. Non-negotiable. And if we refuse? Chen's smile never reached her eyes. Then in about 45 minutes, depending on light speed lag, your species becomes a footnote in galactic history. Your choice, Admiral. But make it fast. I've got dinner plans. The transmission ended. In the Vrin flagship's command center, silence reigned. Finally, Zerketh spoke, his voice hollow. Retreat. Full retreat. Now. Back in the Galactic Council, Ambassador Jakara stood before the assembly once more. Her exoskeleton no longer gleamed with confidence. The Vrin Dominion, she said quietly, recognizes human sovereignty over Kepler 442b. We will not contest their presence there. Councillor Mektos quivered forward. What happened? Your fleet was unstoppable. Shakara's mandibles clicked softly. We learned something important about humans, Councillor. They don't fight to win. They fight to ensure you lose. Even if it costs them everything. She paused, looking around the chamber. Congratulations to us all, she said bitterly. We just discovered the galaxy's actual deadliest race. And they've been hiding among us, smiling and drinking their coffee, waiting to see who would be stupid enough to push them first.